Bonjour et bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Cindy. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you all about the relative pronoun dont. So, before I can teach you about the relative pronoun dont, you need to understand what relative pronouns are. So, the French relative pronouns are qui, que, quoi, dont, où, lequel, and all the different variations of lequel. And in English, these could mean either who, what, which, that, whom, etc., depending on the context. In this lesson, however, we're only going to be learning about dont, but I'll make separate lessons for the other relative pronouns, so if you're interested, please check them out as well. So, relative pronouns are used to clarify who or what is being talked about. For example, if I say la fille dont je t'ai parlé tout à l'heure n'est pas encore arrivée. The girl that I talked to you about earlier hasn't arrived yet. I'm using dont to specify that the girl I am talking about is the one I was talking about earlier. So, dont enables us to give the information to clarify who we are talking about. Relative pronouns can also be used to give more information about someone or something. For example, if I say Marc, dont la voiture est tombée en panne, a dû rentrer chez lui à pied. Mark, whose car has broken down, had to go home on foot. I'm using dont to give you more information about Mark, that is, that his car has broken down. Relative pronouns refer back to a previously mentioned noun, and the last thing you need to know about relative pronouns is that they are always used to link two clauses together. In other words, relative pronouns enable you to make longer sentences rather than many short ones that would only contain one verb each. Now let's have a look at dont in more depth. Dont usually means either about which, about whom, of which, of whom, from which, that, or whose. Dont is used to replace de, followed by a noun which can be either a person or a thing, but what you need to keep in mind is that this is only the case if de is not part of a prepositional phrase, such as, for example, à côté de, près de, à propos de, etc. So basically, for dont to replace de plus a person or a thing, de needs to occur by itself and not as part of a prepositional phrase. If de is part of a prepositional phrase, you need to use duquel, de laquelle, or desquels if what it refers to is a thing, but that will be the subject of another lesson. And you need to use de qui if de is part of a prepositional phrase which refers to a person, but that again is the subject of another lesson. In other words, to make it simple, dont is the relative pronoun you need to mean of which, about which, etc. if you're using a verb that should be followed by de, such as, for example, parler de, to talk about, avoir peur de, to be afraid of, avoir besoin de, to need, etc. Bearing in mind that since de can also indicate possession, dont can also mean whose. So, for example, ce sont les enfants, je parle de ces enfants. These are the children, I'm talking about these children. Since we've used parler de, if we want to make one sentence out of these two sentences, we'll need to replace de ces enfants with dont. Ce sont les enfants dont je parle. These are the children that I'm talking about. Dont replaces de ces enfants. Let's have a look at another example. Où est la clé? J'ai besoin de la clé. Where's the key? I need the key. To make this into one sentence, you need to say Où est la clé dont j'ai besoin? Where's the key that I need? In this case, dont replaces de la clé. And the last thing you need to know about relative pronouns, including dont, is that, unlike in English, relative pronouns cannot be left out in French. So if you think about the example we've just seen, ce sont les enfants dont je parle, dont is compulsory. Whereas in English, you could either say, these are the children that I'm talking about, or these are the children I'm talking about. I hope you found this lesson useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you still have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments. That's what the comments are for. If you're new to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. I upload new videos regularly. And if you'd like to follow me on social media, all the links are in the description. Thanks for watching. Bye!